Which smoke cloud is mine? Which one's mine? Can you guess? Can you guess which one is mine? There's one right here. Right there. And then you got another one right there. No, just kidding. That one's mine. The little one's mine. I'm burning a little bit of trash. And it looks like he's got a much bigger fire than me. Well, he's really burning shit. But yeah. He's really giving her. I can hear some wood crackling or something too. Freaking insane. Well, guys, how's it going? So, yeah. Just gonna go and
for medical
check up on my thistles or my burdocks that I sprayed last night. It got pretty late there, so I don't know if the Roundup even got stuck on there or not. It might have, because it was 9 o'clock and the freaking dew was going to start coming on, especially in the woods there. It was probably already coming on in the woods. It's 8 o'clock, 16 minutes after 8 right now, so, but just got done sweeping out the building that we've been cleaning out. I'm actually pretty much burning that right now, even though it's just mostly like really fine particle stuff, so I think it's probably not going to burn, but it'll rot in the burn tank anyway over time. Plus I got to clean it out at the end of the year anyway, so whatever burns, and whatever it don't, it can just sit there and then I'll take it out and it can rot. So, but yeah, I still have to sweep it one more time. That is just to get it really clean. This was just getting rid of the bulk of it. I think if I had to, I could leave the building alone now for the rest of the year and then finish next year if I really had to. But I don't know. I am going to take a couple days off. I mean, I took Sunday off. I didn't do any fucking thing Sunday. I think I did Saturday. I tinkered with it a little bit. But other than that, I just couldn't. I had to, take at least one day off. And then Monday I did a little bit. And then today, obviously, I did a little bit. It's only 76 out there, but the humidity's up kind of high. And I had to have the air conditioning going in here. I mean, I got the window open, but it's really more or less just to get my body temperature down. So I can cool off a little bit before I do anything else. But I brought my Roundup just in case. Now it hasn't been quite, I guess, 24 hours. It's been pretty close, but even though in this amount of time, the Roundup would still do its thing. And there actually is going to be kind of an interesting story on these burdocks, because I think I am kind of pronouncing it slightly wrong, but nonetheless, they're a stinking weed and I don't like them. So I didn't spray very well last night. I do see, looks like at least one. I'm going to have to do a little bit of spraying, I guess. But the ones that I did spray, they're starting to look sad now. Now you won't see them completely browned up for probably another 3 to 4 days, but if you see the curliness in the leaves and the leaves browning up, that means it is doing its job. Now, they're freaking mosquitoes. The funny story about these burdocks is, from what I'm told, and maybe some of you guys can, yeah, there's one way in the back there I didn't get. So that's going to be interesting to get to. But I have to regardless. These things are not originally from here. They are apparently from a different country, brought over here for whatever freaking reasons. And then they were just let go. But now I don't know if this part's true. I don't know. But apparently you can almost eat these things. Well, actually, I think you could eat these things. It's not the leaves. It's not obviously this stemmy part. I think it's the part where it has the big leaves. That part of the stem. Apparently, you could eat them, but you have to obviously cook it and skin it and stuff like that. And then you can eat it. Because apparently, this is literally a cousin to that rhubarb stuff that you can plant. Now we got one of those growing at the farm too, but we haven't touched it in years because we don't really make anything like that anymore. I don't know if that would even still be good to eat even after all these years. Now that's actually poisonous to deer. And of course deer are not going to touch this, but I do see some spraying I got to do, and I see there's one way in the back there I got to get to. Now, there's another thing that I'm hearing about, and it may be true or it may not be true. I don't know. But these things only live for 2 years. The first year, they're getting their shit together and they're basically just, figuring out life. And apparently this is their second year now when they start seeding. So on their second year, they'll start seeding. And well, obviously this is what they do. So obviously these have been here for a couple of years then. If it takes at least 2 years for these things to even remotely, do what they do. So, which is another, I see again, I missed some down in here. Because I can't see. It was 9 o'clock at fucking night and I can't see nothing. So, I think there's one in back there. Because I'm not wearing my work clothes now because I'm just exhausted and I don't have much energy left in me. But whatever I got left, I'm going to use it finishing this video, making this video, and then spray whatever burdocks I missed, which obviously is a few. But I brought the Roundup anyway, because I knew I was going to miss a couple here and there. Sure enough, I did. So I think I even missed a walking in the leaves. Great idea. Well, I didn't miss him, I guess, but I did miss one of his leaves. So I'll have to give him a second dose. But yeah, it definitely looks like the Roundup's done its job. So just spray the ones that I missed, and then which again here, see here's a whole bunch that I missed. Didn't even see those last night because it was getting too freaking dark. So, but it was, apparently you can spray these things with just straight 2,4-D. I don't know what's in Roundup. I don't know if 2,4-D is in Roundup or not. But so here's again right here. There's a whole bunch of new ones starting to grow here. So those are going to have to get sprayed out. And they recommend too. Oh yeah, look at all. Got a couple more in there. Yeah, I got a lot of spraying to do. Because a lot of them you can't see, obviously, when it's dark out. Once we get this tree out of here, I'll be able to see what's growing in underneath that tree. But yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting to find out that they really only lived for 2 years, and then that they, you know, then their kids move in and take over for 2 years. So they don't have a very long life cycle, or life, I guess I should say. They only live for 2 years, and then that's it. So I don't know, but they recommend to spray burdocks in the springtime and again in the fall. And then apparently some people said that if you only have maybe like 1 or 2 floating around, they say all you have to do, if you obviously don't want them to seed, is cut them when they get close to seeding, but don't let them seed. When you notice that they're getting ready to seed, when they start getting that little ball on top of their head, they say to just cut the plant down, and then you might have to do it again maybe in the fall time, and then maybe the next year, the following year, and that really should be it. Then there should be no more, because the plants were not able to, put their kids out. So, but I thought that was kind of interesting, though, that they really only live for 2 years, and then that's it. So that's a pretty short lifespan. But you got to remember too that they have millions of kids. Just one plant can fuck you over. That's why I'm so... Oh, there goes my sprayer. That's why I'm so determined to get him out of here, even though I'm never going to get him out of here now. But if I can at least keep them off my land, I guess it's... Okay, what is going on here? It's better than nothing. So I have to do something. Come on. There. I got Roundup on me. That's nice. So, but yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. So, but I'm not going to eat them. I don't even want them. But there was a girl, I don't know, she looks like she's a senile woman. I'm surprised that it's not the vegan teacher, but it's somebody else. But she said that she's actually growing 2 of these in her garden. So I feel sorry for the neighbors. I don't know. I think she keeps a few of the seeds, and then she gets rid of the rest, I'm hoping, but I don't know. So, it's going to be interesting to get to that big guy back there, but I have to. But for now, we'll just do this. So, but, yeah. At the end of the day, that's kind of interesting. Or I thought it was anyway. I mean, I'm still not going to like the weed. I don't care if you can eat it or not. I'm never going to eat it. So, sorry, I'm not the vegan teacher. And speaking of the vegan teacher, yeah, I was kind of in the works. Well, I got a video planned to talk about her again, but I need another camera, and I just haven't gotten around to ordering another camera. So I can't really make that video until I get another camera. But she's still a psychopath, in case anybody's wondering. But yeah, so don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, I think there's some back there too. And I'm getting freaking chewed up by mosquitoes. I guess I should have sprayed myself, I guess, but I didn't. So, I guess I didn't plan on staying down here too long. But give them a second dosing. There's some of them anyway. But yeah, so it is it's a very interesting story, and yeah. So, but yeah. Okay, where did I see? Yeah, and then I looked up. I don't know if they call it. Well, I always called it Canadian thistle, but they have it marked as Canada thistle. I guess maybe it's the same thing. But yeah, it actually does look different on the pictures online. But they say that those things can get about 4 to 5 feet tall, which is true. But I've seen them taller than that. I think if you let them go long enough, they'll just get taller and taller and taller. So, but, yeah. Well, whatever. It is what it is. But, yeah, I don't want to have to deal. There's another one. I wonder if I can. There. Alright. Didn't I say that I've seen some over here? I did. And I gotta get that fucking tree out of here so we can mow this. Because this is what I'm supposed to be mowing. But since the tree fell, there's been no mowing action over here. So I'm getting, besides just your normal weeds, I'm getting burdocks and stuff in here. So, stinking little weeds. There's a little cluster of them right here. I gotta be closer to this one, I guess. But yeah. But I don't know. You can get them under control. I've had them under control, but then obviously I didn't do anything for a couple of years, and then, well, obviously look at the fix I'm in, but they really, I don't know, I just feel like some years they just take off, you know, and then it's just kind of like an FU to the face, you know, so I'm just pretty much going to kill all that. So, probably still won't get them all. I'll have to let them grow up a little bit. They won't seed this year. If they're this year's plants, they won't do anything until next year, from what it sounds like. So, which is a good thing. But, yeah. Well, I'm going to have to get those big guys way in the back. Figure out a way to get to them. And then that's pretty much it. Just freaking get off of me. I guess I should have yep. I guess I should have sprayed myself. I mean, I have it in the blazer, so I could do it. See, look at this little cluster right here. I didn't even notice that. Whole new cluster right there. So they're really, I guess another thing too is, they say that they spread or they spread because the animals. So apparently they kind of rely on like deer and stuff to spread their seeds around. Apparently they can't really do it on their own, which I think is horse shit. I think they can do it on their own just fine. Yeah, they get help from the animals, like, you know, wild, you know, the deers and everything else you can think of. So, yeah, you can see a bunch of little ones. So, but they won't be doing anything even next year. There'll be, I mean, there'll probably be one or two that come up. Because you're not going to get them all, because some of them are just so tiny you don't even see them yet. But I gotta cheat and get as many as I can, and then that way next year it won't be too bad then. You know, it doesn't help with the shit underneath the bridge, but that's the stinking state's problem. They should be the ones to deal with it. So, okay, where did I see that one big guy? I think it was, I don't know where the hell it was now. Oh, I'll find it again, I guess, but yeah, it's just, it is what it is. But it's kind of an interesting story though on these burdocks. So, I guess if you want to keep some around to eat, then I guess save a few seeds for next year, I guess, or in a couple of years, and then you can plant new ones, I guess. I don't know. Getting to that one's going to be interesting, but I got to figure it out. So, but yeah, they're a nuisance, all right. But yeah, like I said, they're I guess not really originally from here. They're from a completely different country. So, but why they got brought here, I don't know. So, unless this is what they thought was that rhubarb stuff that you could eat, and come to find out it was just a wild weed. But it's crazy to think that some people, you know, like, they'll bring plants in or even bugs from a completely different country and they just let them go. It's like that's what this country wants. It's just a big old freaking war with everything. It's like, we don't have time for it. We don't need it. If they're not from here, we don't want them. Keep them in the other stinking countries. So, but I guess what do? You know? But other than that, I guess that's pretty much it. But yeah, they only live for 2 years and then they're dead. But then, you know, they have kids and their kids are gonna have kids. So it's just a never-ending cycle. So, but yeah, they recommend to do it in spring and then again in fall if you're gonna spray with chemical. But if you're gonna do it naturally without, I guess, chemicals, I guess, like in this stage or a little bit earlier, you would just want to cut the plant down, take the seeds away, and then just, you know, get rid of the seeds properly so they don't become seeds. Which if they rot out enough, they really shouldn't do anything. Or if they dry out and whatever, then they should just not become anything. But who knows? So, but kind of is what it is, I guess. So, but yeah, I didn't know that they were even in here until, you know, about a week ago, I suppose. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous because, see, that's the thing. They don't get this tall until they're ready to produce seeds. So other than that, they'll stay low to the ground, they'll stay underneath the grass, and you don't really ever see them. So obviously these have been here for a couple of years, and I just never noticed. So, but now I hope that it's not too late, because it is August, And I think they said when these technically will go to seed, but I think it's more towards like September, kind of. I think that's just when they're going to die off, and that's it. So, but I don't know. Hopefully, I caught them in time, and they'll just shrivel up to nothing, and then there won't be any more seeds. There'll probably be some new ones next year. I'm sure of it. A few that I didn't get this year. But if I catch them soon enough, well then there shouldn't be any more down here then. Because I really can't have them down here, and I can't have them really anywhere. So yeah, so far I've sprayed the main pasture, that rental piece. I went in there and sprayed a bunch of burdocks again. Shut up, squirrel. But I think those were this year's burdocks because they were low to the ground and they didn't go to seed. So, but I think they would have next year for sure. So I sprayed all them off. I sprayed a couple of Canadian thistles that were in there. They're getting to be kind of down to nothing now too. I think last year I had them down to 1, but I think I might have missed some. So, and then I sprayed pretty much just along. I checked the fence line or the tree line. There was nothing there. They're all underneath the bridge. There's not really any on top of the dike anymore. There's a few there. They're stragglers, but they might eventually just die off too. And then the new cluster is obviously, like I said, underneath the bridge. There's a new cluster here, which has now been hopefully deleted. And then on the trail for a little ways there, there's quite a few there in that corner. But then as you get further in, they start to thin out. So, but I won't be able to get further in there, well, if I want to spray any more that are further in there, I got to be able to drive in there. Because I don't want to walk that whole bloody thing. I walked a good chunk of it. And then, like I said, once it got past about halfway, well, then it seemed like there was nothing there. But again, they've all could have been underneath the grass. And I really only spray what I see. So, unless I see some baby ones, well, then I'll get to them. But if I don't see them, well, then I'll get them next year. So, holy shit. He's got that thing idled way back. He's going to go land. There is an airport over there in North Dakota side, just on the outside of that town. It's just a little thing, though. It's not like a commercial airport or anything. I think it's just kind of more like a private airport kind of thing, but it's a small one. I think I've been out that way a couple of times over the years, but planes obviously don't come and go every hour or even every minute, so, but whatever. So, yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. I want to spray. There is a big burdock in the back there. I didn't see him. I want to get him. I think there's one in here somewhere I want to try to get to. And that really should be it then, I think, for this year. But yeah, like they said online too, that those, you're not really going to find these guys in fields. Yeah, I think you would in a hay field, but not so much in like a crop field. Obviously, because they spray it heavily. And yeah, there's one in there too. I got to figure out how to get into or get in there. And then, yeah, crop fields. You're not going to really see them there because those fields get sprayed so often, and obviously a lot of them do tillage, so they're just going to get chewed up anyway. The root ball will get chewed up, so, which is good, but whatever. So let me take care of this, and then that's, yeah. So because it's going to get getting dark again. By the time I get out of here, it'll be dark. So, but yeah. So anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess I have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.